Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Same Spirit Gaming. My name's Matt,
And I'm Jordan.
and we've got more Sonic Frontiers for you in between recordings. I have done a whole bunch of map opening up. This isn't even the entire map for Oranos Island. I absolutely 100% mapped out all the other islands, too.
Oh, jeez. Wow, you've been busy.
Part of the reason I did that was because, like, whenever you reveal part of the map, it's pretty common for it to give you one of those attack or defense seed things.
Okay.
So I was collecting those in the meantime. You might notice I now have 56 defense and 55 attack.
Yeah, wow. My
Pretty
God.
sure that was in like the 30s at the end of the last recording.
You have been busy. Oh, and did you do the fishing?
Not much really.
Okay. I was just curious.
I found a couple of the fishing spots, but I didn't actually do any of the fishing itself. Other than
Yeah.
I did like one cast per location.
Okay. No, I was just curious.
Did find some more cocoa and also turn those in to increase my ring capacity, because trust me, I will need that. Or it will be very helpful, I should say, for the post-game, or whatever you want to call it, alternate story stuff.
Yeah. You found cocoa, so was it hot? Hot cocoa? How have we not made that joke before during this playthrough? Or maybe we did. Cut to one of us making the joke before.
Maybe the ones on Ares Island could be considered hot cocoa, because that's like a desert region.
Oh yeah, true.
Hello.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the virtual speedway, aka the internet.
Okay, red star ring. Good. Actually, I thought I saw a thing over here, and now I'm about to fall off, because, okay. Never mind. Forget that. Whoa. It's a whole bunch of different... Okay, didn't miss any red star rings, good.
Nice.
I'm just like, there's so many different bumpers and loops and different things like that, that I'm just like...
Yeah.
really
not
thinking
sure.
I'm gonna miss something.
Looks like you're going the right way. I mean, it's like secret stuff.
Yep,
One
hang
homing
on.
attack.
There we... Oh, I missed a red ring somehow.
No way. No way.
Well, the good news is if I come back to it, like, I just have to find that one red ring that I'm missing in order to get the whole
That's true.
goal.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be in one run. Okay, that last one seems like impossible to miss, which is weird.
Yeah. Wow, that was a C rank time?
Oh
Jeez.
my gosh. Pretty stringent. 115. That's an S. Gotta book it. Feels good to be back in Sonic Frontiers. I want to play on my own. There's just like so many things I'm doing and so many games I'm playing. It's like
Yeah.
there's, a big announcement we're going to make because we're doing something special. I don't know when, but maybe it's already out by now, by the time this comes out. But I'm like doing gaming homework for that.
Yeah.
And I was doing gaming homework for our other playthrough. It's like, never had so much gaming homework in my life.
Oh, look at that. That vault key was the last one that I needed. And I didn't even get it from a portal. Huzzah.
Just from a side loop. Although I guess, okay, the gaming homework I'm doing for our channel is just like, I don't need to do it, but I also don't want to be stuck at a boss for 45 minutes again.
Yeah.
So just practicing a little bit.
See, and
Anyway.
like for me, on top of that, I have my own channel to do stuff for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And if you haven't checked out Matt's solo channel, it's That Random Christian Gamer at YouTube/gov.
What?
I forgot. I always forget how the URL is. It's like youtube.com/user/at Christian, random Christian Gamer.
It's just usually if you go to youtube.com/@ whatever the channel name is,
Okay.
or something similar to that anyway.
It used to be youtube.com/user/ maybe it
Yeah,
wasn't.
something
Something like that.
more like that.
I'm just getting old.
But there were a lot of channels that got set up with, like, that particular thing not really matching whatever the channel name was, so it made it less convenient for viewers to potentially find.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it is easier now.
Alright.
I
We
am
gotta talk with
happy.
Sage now.
Oh, yeah.
And, I don't know, these parts always still seem kind of quiet to me, but
I wouldn't know.
there's not a whole lot that I can do. Unless I messed up all the other volume settings and then bumped up my recording volume setting.
Just for this thing, yeah.
Once you find a
Not
way
worth
to
it.
activate the starting device and power the statue.
Sure would have been smoother sailing if we'd been working together from the start, but... Well, I guess I had to earn your trust first, huh?
He's got a point.
Do you know how to activate the starting device?
I've figured out everything else up until now, haven't I? Don't sweat it.
Create a bridge to continue on. Well, I imagine I gotta do something with this. Ah, another hacking mission.
Yeah, okay. Well, this seems like a good time for the passage of the day. If
Sure.
ever I've seen one. Although, man, you clear these so fast. Maybe I will wait a little bit.
This is a little bit odd though.
Okay. I'm just looking at the bar
Oop.
below. It's like you're almost done. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, it's
Whoa.
not that meter at the bottom
Oh.
that tells you I'm done. That just means I've got the big cannon ready to go.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, I'll get started and then I can pause if we need. So basically, by the time this comes out, a little time will have passed. But the Super Bowl was this last Sunday, and of course, the Super Bowl can't go without controversies. Of course, there's more than one, I guess. But one of them has to do with like Christianity and Jesus. And so I thought, hey, why not try to tackle this nuanced subject that everyone seems to be like simplifying too much, in my opinion. Okay, so there was an advertisement released that so it plays this song called Personal Jesus, and like shows people doing different things, and like I think one guy's helping a homeless person, one person's giving like emotional support, and then there's like people at a pride parade, and then there's like I don't know, there's all kinds of stuff. And so people's red flags are going off, as well as mine. But let me just explain a little further. This might be done. I'll wait a little bit.
I'll admit I didn't end up paying a whole lot of attention to that commercial because
Yeah,
I was doing other things in the meantime.
I was too.
I just kind of had it on in the background while I was working
Yeah.
on packing some things for my
I
move,
didn't think-
which I think I already announced on this channel.
I think you did, yeah. So I didn't watch it when it happened, but like I saw the aftermath, and there's like Christian figures, like, you know, saying this is not representing Christianity. Like Christians didn't make.
Please,
I
Claire,
remember what it
we
was.
must acquire
Oh,
the Chaos
let's
Emeralds
play.
with expediency.
You got it, Sage. We've run into each other so many times, but I only recently learned your name. You could have told me sooner, you know.
We were enemies. Furthermore, my name holds no meaning.
Well, sure it does. Eggman named you that for a reason. That means you're important to him.
You think he cares about me?
Well, sure.
In his own way.
All right, time's a-wasting. Let's wrap this up.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, basically there was I forget his name. I just saw it pop up on X, but there's some Christian guy, well known. You would know him if I said his name. He said Christians did not make that Super Bowl advertisement, which also has my red flag alert going off because I don't think we're really the ones to decide who's a Christian and who's not. But I don't know. Maybe it's true, but it didn't look like it was true from what I could see.
Yeah.
There's problems with the ad. There's problems with the backlash.
There was controversy over the same, I don't know, group company thing making an ad last year. I think there was even more controversy around that one, actually.
If I remember correctly, that one was worse. But I don't remember the specifics, so I'm just going off of like my gut. So anyway, first of all, I just wanted to address the song that's playing. Just a cursory look at the band who wrote that song will tell you that they did not understand the Bible, they did not understand Jesus, and they didn't even really... I don't know why they made that song, and his description is... Oh, here we go, I got it. Okay, so according to the songwriter, he says, it's a song about being a Jesus for somebody else, someone to give you hope and care. Like, okay, you got me so far. It's about how Elvis Presley was her man and her mentor, and how often that happens in love relationships. How everybody's heart is like a god in some way. We play these godlike parts for people, but no one is perfect, and that's not a very balanced view of someone. Okay, so the rest of that is not really about Jesus
That makes
at
it
all.
sound more like it's a commentary on, like, people elevating other people to a higher status than they should have in their minds.
No, but it sounds like he's like he said it's a song about how everybody's heart is like a god in some way. Like he's promoting that. I can't really tell. It's actually a little bit hard to understand.
But really, I mean, what's being described there is practically the definition of idolatry, if you think about it.
Exactly. So I maybe I'm misinterpreting it, but I don't think that song is like a Christian song, but that's the song this supposedly Christian group decided to put over a supposedly pro-Jesus ad. And I say supposedly because I'm not gonna assume I know one way or the other. I'm not saying they're not. I'm not saying they are. I don't actually know. Anyway, so that song's playing over all these clips, and then it says, like, at the end, he gets us. As in, like everybody's life, however they live it, it's their choice, and Jesus understands you, and it's okay. Kind of an attitude. At least that's how I think it's supposed to be interpreted. And so naturally, many Christians are saying, like, well, okay, let me look at the comments. I'll just tell you. Okay. Yay, another social gospel message that doesn't mention sin or redemption. Great job, guys. And then this is a joke and blasphemy to God. If you think sexual immorality is fine, then you truly don't know Jesus. 1 Corinthians 6-9. I'm not going to go look at what that is. Basically, go ahead.
This is a group that has historically, like, just been hyper-focused, one could argue, on, the loving aspects of Jesus. And,
exactly.
Less so on sin and redemption and whatnot. And, I mean, it's, at least, in my mind, they do it as somewhat of a counterpoint to a lot of the more hateful Christians out there.
Yeah, so you can have, this is like my take, and I know I haven't actually said a Bible passage yet, but they are ignoring aspects of God and of Jesus. They're only looking at the loving aspects. And even in one of the pictures, someone's wearing, like, John 3:16, which is, for God so loved the world, he gave his only son.
Yeah.
Whoever believes in him shall live forever. And so they're only looking at this loving aspect, and that's it. Whereas, like you said, the hateful Christians, they're also only looking at one aspect of God, which is wrathful and vengeance and, do not sin and you must repent. They're not looking at the loving aspect, I feel like. So you have to look at all aspects of God, which brings me into the actual passage I wanted to talk about. Finally, with all that context. Okay, here we go. It's Romans 1:21-23. For although they knew God, they neither glorified him as God nor gave thanks to him, but their thinking became futile and their foolish hearts were darkened. Although they claimed to be wise, they became fools and exchanged the glory of the immortal God for images made to look like a mortal human being and birds and animals and reptiles. So that's kind of the key. The first verse there, I believe, is a good thing for
Yeah, I don't know. People mess up interpretations of stuff like that all the time, or like they just, I don't know, pick and choose a lot. I may have to insert some technical difficulties later. kind of.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm back. My Discord just stopped working.
Yeah. So you were about to talk about the first verse more specifically.
Yeah. So the first verse, I feel like, is what that group needs to keep in mind, is for although they knew God, they neither glorified him as God nor gave thanks to him. The first part, they feel like they know God, and in a way they're glorifying him, but keeping him like who he really is, thanking him, and not forming God to be something he's not. I guess for both sides of this, because if you only look at the loving side and understanding side, you're going to keep sinning. And a big thing that Jesus focused on also was repenting, which is what I'll talk about in the next episode. But sin will push you away from God, and even if you believe, it will push you away, and possibly one day you won't believe anymore. Because I don't know if you've met like really sinful people, they don't like God very much. And they don't they like everyone to come away from God, and a lot of times not even believe in him anymore.
Yeah, and those people aren't even just sinful, they're like, I mean, they're so antagonistically atheist that they will just do whatever they can to try and bring people away from any idea of any concept of any god.
Exactly. So,
because they think it's absolute foolishness and other such things, I'm sure.
Well, and you're almost quoting exactly this. Verse 22. Although they claimed to be wise, they became fools. And I feel like there are many sinners who claim to be wise, and they'll tell you, no, I know what's good for you. I know what everything's all about. But they're foolish and they don't have wisdom, and the more I feel like the more you sin, the more you relate to those kind of people, and you are not going to glorify God and thank him. So we don't want to enable sin. We don't want to live a life of sin, and there are aspects of this advertisement that kind of ignore that. But yeah, like I said, you don't want to go too far the other way either. So yeah. And also you don't want to say, oh, this ad wasn't made by Christians, because those people very well might be Christians. You know what it takes to be a Christian? You believe that Jesus is your savior. Boom, you're a Christian. So
yeah,
you can say they're misguided or flat out wrong, but I'm not going to say they aren't Christians. Because I don't know. So that was really long-winded. But I don't know, I just feel like I had to set up the context. I can't just like jump into it out of nothing. Which is also why it's kind of pointless to tweet about it, because how are you going to talk about a subject like this in a tweet?
I don't know. Kind of to play devil's advocate might not be the right word here, but I think a lot of people try and understand this he gets us, I don't know, organization, group, movement, whatever you want to call it. They try to understand it devoid of context.
Right. Oh,
and they try to, place the onus on this group to essentially, preach and teach the whole gospel and, basically do, all of that in these, simpler, boiled down ads that they put out there. But again, given the context of, especially in recent years in the US, it seems to me the number of just straight up hateful Christians has been on the rise. And so putting in effort to combat that is not something I necessarily am going to, you know, scorn these people for.
Is it that there are more of them, or is it that the ones
That they're just louder? It might just be that.
Have gotten way louder. I don't know.
Because people have given them platforms to be louder.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I mean, it is possible there's more, because I mean, like, I'll explain why I think it's basically because we've been having this kind of perceived attitude against, like, men and white people. Whether or not that's true, that has been a culture in the US, that's what many people perceive to be happening. And when you go through that for 10 years, because I think 2015 that was kind of when it started, when you perceive that for 10 years, you're going to have frustration, and frustration leads to hate. And
now, when you say we there, you mean just culturally in general?
Yeah. I would say not even like people have felt that way, but media, news.
I was more so trying to make sure you were not referring to, like, Christians / the church there.
No, absolutely not. No, this is something of, like, the country's culture, not of the church's culture.
Okay.
And so, at least in my experience, I've never seen a church do something like that.
I was just trying to make sure that we were on the same page as to what the situation we're describing is.
Yeah. So again, whether or not that's actually happening, that's a different discussion, but people feel like that, and so that's how we've gotten to that point, I guess. And when so the frustration leads to hate leads to, like, twisting the gospel and Bible passages to whatever you feel like you need at the moment, which is not recommended. Dang, what are you supposed to do there?
I think it's just you gotta have some really precise timing and either jump again or lightspeed dash.
Okay.
That might be something to get one of the, let me see if it's on the map here. No? Okay. I was thinking that might be something to get one of these, like, special Coco that... Apparently you turn those in and that actually increases the boost gauge.
Okay. Yeah. And, I don't know, the country's culture has shifted a lot. And, like, just from when I was a teenager, and, George Bush was president. I know, can you believe it? I'm that old. It's just, everything's changed so much. And like you said, everybody's gotten way louder because of like the platforms, and so it's
everybody's more aware of everything.
Yeah,
because everybody has, more broadly sweeping ways of spreading information about everything.
Yeah, and the most extreme positions will get the spotlight for some reason.
Because they get the most attention, because people are wanting to argue against them, but because algorithms, that just highlights them even more because they get more interactions.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I tried to take a very nuanced and middle ground position, so I highly doubt that's going to go viral.
Yeah, no.
If I say, that organization's horrible, they are filled with non-believers, they all need to be condemned to hell, then maybe I'll go viral. Maybe I'll clip that and see what people say. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I'm sure you can find clips of people saying that, so... Yeah. Funny world. But that's why you always need to turn to the Bible, because no matter what the world is doing, God is consistent, the Bible's consistent, and it always gives the same advice.
Yep.
The same good, true advice.
Because God never changes, and that's a verse too, but maybe we can discuss that one another time. We're kind of running low on time for this episode right now.
I was going to say the Bible never changes, but like in some ways, you know, like it's the living word, and like you can read it multiple times and get different things out of it. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't change, but it's kind of alive.
Our understanding of it can still change, though.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, I didn't think this was going to get me straight into the... Okay, well.
That was... I'll kind of continue in the next episode, but I don't think we'll take as much time because we covered most of it.
Okay, and I don't know if I want to get into this stage right now.
Yeah, okay.
I'll save that for the start of the next episode.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the conversation, the discussion.
Feel free to add to the discussion in the comments.
Yeah.
I would request we keep it civil, though.
Yeah. Yes. Just remember, we do not have the authority to declare someone a Christian or not. And also, even if someone is not a Christian today, that doesn't mean they'll never be a Christian. So let's not alienate people.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
No perma bans. Anyway, all right. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.